Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gemi, and today we're going to be talking about a few VS Code extensions that you should definitely be trying out. So the first one we're going to be talking about is Prettier. Prettier is an auto code formatting tool that helps you to just format your code, put all lines in the perfect places, and it is really cool. To get Prettier, all you have to do is come on to your VS Code and go to the extensions bar, search for Prettier, and here you have it. As you can see, I already have Prettier installed. It helps formatting in JavaScript, HTML, any file you have. Prettier is pretty much good with formatting your code and, just helping with every other thing you need help with right there in your code. So you don't have to battle with overspace or misalignment. All you have to do is install Prettier, and with a single click like this, format with Prettier, you can just have Prettier do the magic for you. All right, next up on the list, we have GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is a very cool tool to have. And of course, you have to have a Copilot account. You have to just link it from your GitHub, and you get to pay monthly for this. But I think there is like a free first month subscription. So let's search for GitHub Copilot. It helps with code, writing code and all of that. It helps complete your code. Even before, the minute you write what you want to write, your Copilot kind of knows what's up, and it just, helps you complete it or suggest code in real time right there inside your code. And yes, you pay for it. I think I paid $10, and honestly, it is very much worth it. So I have mine installed already. You have to install yours, link it to your GitHub, and you're good to go. Let's try to see it in action somewhere. Let me just see if I can write something here. Saying, let me just open up mine. All right. That is Copilot in action, already helping me, suggesting what I would like to type in for me. So all I have to do is just enter and accept the suggestion. And it's so cool. It's such a cool tool. Look at this is Copilot in action. I can choose to accept it, or I can choose to not accept it. And Copilot also has a chat box. Look at it. Welcome to your Copilot, where you can ask it questions and it's going to answer you. You can paste your code blocks in there and ask questions, and it's so smart, it's so good, and it increases productivity. All right, next up on the list is Live Server. Live Server is very much useful in helping you see your feedback, your code feedback on your web app without having to refresh it every now and then. So you can see the Live Server extension here. I already have it installed. It's so easy, it's so quick to use. It just gives you that real-time feedback from your code. Seeing it in action here, all you have to do is on my end, I will just click open with Live Server, and you have it here. If I change something, say I change this demo to demo/practical, right? Go on here, you can see it updates automatically without me having to refresh my page. So it's also a very amazing must-have extension. Next up, we have our auto close tag. It helps you close your HTML tag automatically. I love this too. I already have it installed. So let's see it in action. If I want to have an H1 HTML element here, it just automatically puts in the closing tag for me without even me having to type it or anything like that. If I try it again, you can see I have the closing tag automatically without having to type it out. So it is very cool. And also it is used hand in hand with auto complete tag. So it is used hand in hand with it. I use it hand in hand. If I have a div here, if I change this first, my opening tag, to something else, that one automatically completes the closing tags and equalizes it to what is in the opening tag. For example, if I change this to a button, you can see that as I type in the opening tag, the closing tag is also being equalized to what I am typing. Is like reading the message. So autocomplete does that magic as well. Next up, we have the Bookmarks tab. Bookmarks extension. This is very, 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 very useful if you're working with a very huge code base. It is super useful. I love it as well. So what it does is that it helps you to like keep some of your file open. This is a very, very lean project. But if you have a bigger project, all you have to do is come to like a specific part here and you can bookmark this part of your project. And the good thing is that the bookmarks have like a sidebar there's the bookmark icon in your sidebar, right, in your VS Code. So you can see that I now have one bookmark, and you can see I can just go directly to my bookmarks from here. So if I'm working with a bigger file, I don't have to like start looking for my component or start looking for what I was working on earlier. It's so cool, it's so amazing, and it just makes life easy for me. Next up, we have our console ninja. So what this does is that it displays your console.log output right inside your code. So you do not have to go to your web browser to see your output. You can see it right in your VS Code. For example, I have this console statement, console.log, console ninja, 1 times 12. You can see that I have the output right here in my code. So that is how console ninja works, and it's also a very productive tool to use. And then we have Postman. Postman is my absolute favorite of all time. I love that it helps you take beautiful screenshots of your code right there in VS Code. And you can just save those screenshots. You can use them anywhere. You can post them on your social media pages. You can use them in your blog post. I could do this now and just have my code snap. I have my code snap command here. And yeah, look at it. I have this beautiful image of my highlighted code here. It's so fantastic. And it's one of my absolute favorites of all time. I love it so much. Peacock is also one of like my absolute favorites. Peacock helps you to change the color of your workspace. And it is very good for you if you use a monitor or you have an habit of opening several windows of your VS Code. I'm very obsessed with opening different VS Code windows because I have a monitor. So it just makes it easier for me to work. And Peacock takes it a notch higher by it helps you to like just differentiate your window in a way. For example, I have one window here and I have another VS Code project here in another window. What I can do here now to differentiate both windows is that I can go to my command palette and search for Peacock. You would have seen command lines. You can open, you can just change this live. You can put in a color. You can do something different, say orange. Sorry. Let's go back and do this. All right. So we have this color, and then we can have another color. Okay. We can have another color here. Peacock. Let me give this Peacock green. So yeah. So I have 2 VS Code windows, but it's easy for me to differentiate them because they are like distinct colors that separate them here. So it's also a very amazing tool. And then we have Postman. Postman right inside VS Code. If you are a developer that works with API a lot, they are an API developer, you can basically send requests, view your response, and manage your API interactions right inside your VS Code extension. So you can search for the Postman VS Code extension, install it, and this is it here. You install it, and the good thing is that you have it here on your sidebar in your VS Code. So this is Postman. You can just access it directly from here. Next up, we have the multiple cursor case preserve. This is very useful. You can use Ctrl D for what this does, but it does it better than Ctrl D. If you need to, okay, so this is it here. Multiple cursor case preserve. So if you need to like edit the same thing in multiple places, it helps you to create multiple cursors. And unlike in Ctrl D, you get to keep the case intact, which is not something that you would have in Ctrl D. For example, I have button here. I have button here with a capital B. I have button here with a capital B. And I have button here with a small b. If I change that to cotton, if I change them all to cotton, you would notice that the cases still remain intact. I still have my capital here and I have my small here. So it is very useful in that case. And that will be it for today. Once again, my name is Gbemi, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification for more tech and coding content. Bye.